Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Bienvenidos. Muchas gracias. Tonight is a very important night, and we're happy that you're here with us.
Vamos a comenzar, damas y caballeros. Esto es una noche muy importante.
And we're going to provide you with some very important information, and we're here with you 100%.
Vamos a darle información importante y esperamos que lo comprenda todo.
And so our first speaker tonight is the County Administrative Officer, Ms. Sonia De La Rosa.
Nuestra presentadora primera es la señora Sonia de la Rosa. Ella es la encargada del Condado de Monterrey.
Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with you again to provide you with information about what will be the reopening to the community of Pájaro. It is possible that in the coming days, possibly by the end of the week, if not the beginning of the next, you will be able to return. The problem is that it will be for reentry, not necessarily to stay. The reason for this is that there is still significant cleanup that needs to happen when you return to your homes. The cleaning will include removing mud, debris, or any material that had contact with the water. The people that are here with us today will talk about this information. There will be an opportunity to record what we're discussing today. So if you have a problem, if it's not coming in YouTube or in Facebook in the future, it will be available for you to listen or to provide it to family members who would like to have this information. So thank you all for being here, and we'll be moving quickly. We know that there's a lot of people that are standing, and we want the information to be provided quickly. And then give you an opportunity also to ask questions if you have any. So thank you very much. And I will give it back to the mic to Nick so that we can start with the presentations.
Our next speaker tonight is Kelsey Scanlon from the Department of Emergency Management.
Nuestra siguiente presentadora es Kelsey del Departamento de Emergencias.
Good evening. Thank you so much for having me. I represent the Monterey County Office of Emergency Services, now currently Department of Emergency Management, and we are responsible for managing and maintaining and operating the Emergency Operations Center during times of crisis and disasters.
Nuestro departamento está encargado de cuidar al área del condado durante el tiempo de desastres o en caso de emergencias.
Ultimately, we're responsible for coordinating the reentry and repopulation of areas affected by disasters such as Pájaro.
Una de las actividades en las que estamos llevando actualmente es ayudar a la población de Pájaro que vuelvan a reingresar a su comunidad.
There are several factors that we consider before allowing the community to reenter to make sure that it is as safe as possible for you to resume your lives and begin to recover from the disaster.
Hay diferentes pasos que debemos llevar a cabo para asegurarnos que la comunidad pueda regresar de una manera segura a sus hogares.
The reentry process is extremely complex and requires the cooperation and collaboration of several government agencies, essentially, to make sure that their responsibilities for repairing assets and services, and they're able to do that in an efficient manner before people are allowed to go back.
El proceso de reingreso es un proceso un poco complicado, porque lleva cierta evaluación de los daños ocasionados y también evaluación sobre cómo se va a llevar a cabo el ingreso de una manera segura para toda la población.
Some of the factors that we consider multiple times a day in evaluating the safety of the disaster-affected area include levee repairs and safety of levee infrastructure.
Uno de los factores que estuvimos observando es la reparación del dique y mantener la seguridad del dique.
windshield surveys assessing the overall impact to the community.
Otra actividad que se ha llevado a cabo es hacer una encuesta de los daños de las estructuras dañadas, y esto es a través de un etiquetado de los manurios de los carros.
Residential and commercial damage assessments by the Building Services Department and the Environmental Health Bureau.
También se hizo una investigación de los daños a hogares y a negocios de acuerdo a los daños que se recibieron por la inundación.
My colleague at Environmental Health will address the different tags you might see on your doors as you enter home. Specifically, you'll see two types of tags, a red tag or a yellow tag.
Mi colega en un momento va a explicar un poco más sobre el etiquetado que usted puede encontrar cuando regrese a su hogar. Va a haber un etiquetado de color rojo o color amarillo.
These damage assessments are almost complete. We have about one more street left.
Nuestra evaluación de las entidades está casi terminada, nos falta solamente una área.
PG&E has inspected the residential areas for gas leaks, and they have determined that there are no gas leaks in the community at this time.
La agencia de PG&E ha hecho una investigación para asegurarse que no hay fugas de gas y hasta el momento no se ha detectado ninguna fuga.
Power is currently on in the community. If you return home and your power is not on, PG&E will be in the area to assist you at their community services van.
El servicio de luz está disponible en toda el área de la comunidad. En el caso dado de que usted regresara a su hogar y no tiene acceso a la electricidad, el departamento de PG&E estará ofreciendo ayuda y ayudándoles desde su camioneta que estará instalada en la comunidad.
We also look at road damages and impacts to the right-of-way, which Public Works has been actively conducting routine maintenance as well as cleaning of the massive amounts of mud and repairs to the road.
También se ha hecho una investigación y limpieza de los caminos y carreteras para que puedan tener circulación, y se ha limpiado todas las calles, se les ha quitado el lodo y también se ha reparado cualquier hoyo causado por la inundación.
We assess the sewage line and the water system inspections. Those are still in progress at this point in time.
También se hizo un estudio al sistema de agua y al alcantarillado, y hasta el momento se sigue analizando ese proceso.
When you return home, it's likely that the water will still be off.
Cuando usted regrese a casa es muy probable que aún no tenga agua en su hogar.
As such, the county will be providing comfort and hygiene stations for areas where potable water and bathroom services are not currently available in the structures.
Por tal motivo, el condado continuará ofreciendo agua potable y baños portátiles en aquellas zonas donde no exista acceso al agua aún.
Finally, there will be nonprofit organizations as well as community-based organizations in Pajaro once the evacuation orders have been lifted to assist you in debris removal from your homes.
Finalmente, también habrá organizaciones no lucrativas que ayudarán con el proceso de limpieza una vez que ustedes hayan regresado, y esas organizaciones permanecerán en el área hasta que toda la zona de evacuación haya sido levantada y todas las personas hayan recibido ayuda para regresar a sus hogares.
In the coming days, when evacuation orders are lifted, we will notify you via Alert Monterey County or Nixle. Information will also be provided at the shelters and on our website, or you can call 211 for an update on evacuation orders.
Se les recomienda que se coloque, llame constantemente al 211 o también esté comunicándose a través de las alertas que se mandan por Nixel y por el Condado de Monterrey para saber cuándo la orden de evacuación se ha levantado. De esta manera se informará también sobre cualquier otra actividad que esté afectando al área de Pájaro.
Thank you so much for your time. It's been an honor to serve you.
Gracias por su tiempo, ha sido un honor ayudarles y servirles.
Thank you, Kelsey. Does anybody have a seat open next to them? If you have a seat open, raise your hand. If anybody needs a chair, there's a seat over here. Maybe an elderly person, there's a seat over here.
Si alguien necesita un asiento, hay un asiento libre aquí en esta parte de enfrente. Por favor, acérquese y tome asiento.
Our next presentation is from Marnie Flagg from the Environmental Health Bureau for the County of Monterey Health Department.
La siguiente persona que presenta es la señora Marnie Flagg de parte del Departamento de Salud del Condado de Monterrey.
Her presentation is a longer presentation, but it's very, very important information.
La información es...
My bad.
Okay.
Oh, my mistake. Travieso. Okay, sorry. CAL FIRE. I meant to introduce CAL FIRE, Captain George Nunes from CAL FIRE. Chief. It's okay.
Una disculpa, el presentador siguiente es el jefe de bomberos. ¿Cuál es el nombre?
Chief.
George Núñez.
My name is George Nunez. I'm the unit chief for CAL FIRE San Benito Monterey unit. And we requested the damage inspection team when it was determined that structures were damaged and destroyed the night of the 10th. Our damage inspection teams were able to integrate themselves in the Emergency Operations Center planning section and use the evacuation orders to get an estimated count of structures affected. This set up our perimeter to work in. This information was acquired from the web-based application that we use. Trained damage inspection personnel were deployed to the field to work in predetermined work areas as not to duplicate efforts.
Al inicio se hizo un equipo para revisar los daños causados en el área, para poder determinar qué estructuras estaban dañadas. Se llevó a cabo una asesoración y se aseguró el área en la que se iban a investigar primero, qué zonas se iban a investigar, y el equipo empezó a ir lugar por lugar para revisar qué daños existían en las estructuras.
Quality control of the incoming data was done to ensure accuracy. The data collected creates web maps for the county, public, and final report. The damage inspection team provides information for the county to use as they see fit. The team does not release this information independently.
Estas investigaciones que se hacen a través de este estudio son exclusivamente para el uso del condado, para poder hacer una decisión más informada sobre cómo llevar a cabo el proceso de los siguientes procesos después de un daño en la comunidad.
The damage inspection data allows effective decision-making for operations, planning, and recovery. The damage inspection teams provides accurate and timely information to the county for approval and release to the public and officials and media. We provide supporting data for state and federal emergency declarations. And our damage inspections information collected allows the start of the recovery effort for the affected homeowners as quickly as possible. And in total, we inspected 903 damaged structures and 459 structures with no damage.
El equipo de inspección de daños hizo la investigación completa del área de Pájaro. Esta información ha ayudado al Departamento del Condado de Emergencias para poder saber cuáles son los siguientes pasos para la comunidad. En los resultados de este estudio se observó que existen 903 estructuras con daños y 459 estructuras sin daños.
Thank you all very much. It's been an honor to serve you.
Gracias a todos y ha sido un gusto servir para ustedes. Quiero mencionar rápidamente, si no han visto este mapa, soliciten más información. Esto les va a ayudar a comprender el estado de la estructura en la que se encuentra su hogar.
And now Marnie Flagg from Environmental Health.
Y ahora tenemos a Marnie Flagg del Departamento de Salud.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and it's my pleasure to speak to you today. I have a lot of information regarding environmental health, and our department is here to help you. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call us.
Buenas tardes, soy por parte del Departamento de Salud. Para mí es un gusto estar aquí con ustedes y la información que les voy a compartir es relacionada a la salud de ustedes y de qué manera poder reingresar de una manera segura.
Our department followed the CAL FIRE with the Housing and Community Development Department and placarded the houses with a red or yellowed placard.
Nuestro departamento siguió las reglas según el Departamento de Incendios y también el Departamento de Vivienda y hemos etiquetado las viviendas dañadas con etiquetas rojas o amarillas.
6 red placards were placed in Pajaro, consisting of a couple of houses, residences, and 1 multifamily dwelling that had 4 units.
En total, 6 ubicaciones se colocaron con una etiqueta roja. Esto corresponde a un cuanto de casas, unas cuantas residencias y unas cuantas unidades de viviendas múltiples.
The units that were red placarded had foundation damage, and they will need to have an evaluation by a licensed contractor or engineer. Any necessary repairs will require a permit from the Housing and Community Development Department.
Estas unidades que fueron etiquetadas en rojo tuvieron daños en la base del hogar, en la base de la casa, que viene siendo los cimientos de la casa. Estas propiedades van a necesitar de una evaluación por parte de un contratista, un contratista confirmado como ingeniero, y también puede ser que necesite reparaciones que se necesiten sacar a través del Departamento de Vivienda.
Environmental Health also placed a red placard on those homes to signify that they are not safe to enter.
A la vez, se ha colocado una etiqueta con una imagen de una casa roja, lo que indica que no es seguro entrar a esa propiedad.
These structures with a red placard should be evaluated and repaired before you are allowed to enter. The public can reach out to HCD at 755-5025 with any questions or concerns.
Estas viviendas no se recomienda que las personas entren porque es un peligro para ustedes. Se recomienda que contacten al Departamento de Vivienda. El teléfono es el 831-755-5025 para preguntas o cualquier duda que tengan.
Environmental Health focused on what people should do to take universal precautions once entering homes with a yellow placard. We only focused on providing added documentation on the impact of the disaster to homes and businesses.
Uno de nuestros objetivos es asegurarnos que las personas cuando estén ingresando a sus viviendas, si ven que tiene etiqueta amarilla, les estamos dando unas sugerencias de cómo ingresar y qué pasos llevar a cabo para cuidar su salud.
Environmental Health has also worked with the county and placed hygiene and sanitation centers within the Pajaro area.
A la vez, el Departamento de Salubridad ha colocado alrededor de la comunidad de Pájaro diferentes estaciones de higiene.
16 banks of toilets and hand washing stations are available in Pajaro Park and Pajaro Middle School.
Se han colocado alrededor de 16 estaciones de lavamanos, baños en el área del Parque de Pájaro y también en la escuela de secundaria de Pájaro.
We have also installed showers, laundry services, and toilets and hand washing stations.
También se han colocado regaderas portátiles, baños portátiles y lavamanos portátiles.
Bottled water, personal protective gear, hand sanitizer, and cleaning supplies will also be available during daylight hours.
Agua embotellada, cualquier equipo de protección personal para la limpieza, desinfectante de manos y equipo de limpieza para el hogar también se estará proveyendo durante las horas de servicio.
MST, the bus service, has coordinated bus routes with 18 stops that will circle around the Pajaro area, including the stops at the hygiene areas and the resource hubs.
La compañía de camiones MST estará ofreciendo una ruta exclusiva para servir a la comunidad de Pájaro y llevarlos a las diferentes ubicaciones de estos centros de limpieza.
So these showers, laundry stations, and other portable toilets throughout the Pajaro area will be available for use for all residents.
De esta manera, todos los servicios que se están trayendo a la comunidad pueden estar disponibles para todos.
It will also be important that you work safely while you clean your home. You will need to protect yourself from unknown hazards while cleaning your home and your community. We will provide you with instructions on how to do that.
El siguiente paso será cuidar de su salud cuando usted empiece a hacer la limpieza de su hogar. El Departamento de Salud le va a dar pasos a seguir de qué manera puede empezar a limpiar su hogar de una manera segura.
You will need to look at your placard and enter your homes carefully and look for obstruction hazards. Keep a supply of water and snacks and hand sanitizer along with extra gloves.
Al momento que llegue a su vivienda, el paso número 1 es revisar qué etiqueta tiene, qué colores es la etiqueta de su vivienda. Si es una etiqueta en la que usted puede ingresar a la propiedad, se recomienda que use guantes, protección de boca y también que tenga un desinfectante a la mano. Tenga siempre agua embotellada y botana cerrada.
As I mentioned, cleaning supplies and tools will be provided.
El equipo de limpieza será proveído.
The county will also be offering curbside debris removal services to the community as soon as we are possibly able to.
En cuanto sea posible, el Departamento de Salud va a dar servicio para poder eliminar y quitar todos los escombros.
This flood debris removal service will be free.
Este servicio para eliminar los escombros se hará al pie de la banqueta y será un servicio gratuito.
The service will only accept flood debris removal.
Este servicio únicamente aceptará cualquier tipo de escombro debido a la inundación.
It will be very important that the community follows the instructions given by those that sponsor the flood debris removal.
Es muy importante que toda la comunidad siga los pasos dados al momento de la limpieza y cómo hacer esta limpieza de los escombros.
You will not be able to use trash bags for flood debris.
No podrá usar bolsas para eliminar todos los escombros.
You will need to move vehicles that are obstructing the roadway and are blocking storm drains and fire hydrants.
Va a tener que mover cualquier vehículo que esté estorbando la entrada a un alcantarillado o a un hidrógeno de agua para los bomberos y también que no permita remover cualquier tipo de escombro desde la banqueta.
We will be sure to notify the community and give ample instructions before the cleanup begins.
Nosotros nos aseguraremos de que ustedes como comunidad de Pájaro tengan toda la información necesaria antes de iniciar la limpieza.
Be sure to photograph and take pictures of your homes for your own records.
Asegúrese de tomar fotografías de cómo encuentra su propiedad al momento de entrar para sus propios récords.
For anyone here that's a business owner, please be aware that you will be responsible for cleanup of your own property, but environmental health will be here to answer any questions and help you as well.
Para cualquier persona que esté aquí, que sea dueña de algún tipo de negocio en el área de Pájaro, por favor esté al tanto que estos servicios son bajo su propia cuenta, pero el Departamento de Salud estará aquí para ayudarle a dar información o pasos necesarios.
A business owner should work with a service hauler to arrange cleanup or contract a specialized service to assist them.
Los dueños de negocios serán responsables de eliminar sus propios escombros y hacer contrataciones con compañías para eliminar estos escombros.
For those areas of Pajaro that had no debris, routine service will start. You may use your black garbage containers and they will be collected.
Una vez que el área haya sido limpiada y aquellas áreas que no estén recibiendo un servicio para eliminar los escombros, podrán usar una bolsa de basura y se darán las fechas en qué día se estará recogiendo.
Blue bins and green bins will not be serviced at this time.
Los contenedores azules y verdes no se proveerán en este momento.
I would also like to talk to you about your water system.
También quiero platicar sobre el sistema de agua.
The water system is not online at this time, but when it is, you will be using the backup water well.
En este momento ustedes no tendrán conexión al agua, pero una vez que se tenga conexión, estarán usando el agua que se encuentra en el pozo.
Do not drink the water.
No tome de esa agua, no beba esa agua.
Only use bottled water for drinking, brushing your teeth, washing dishes, making ice, making food, until further notice. Only use bottled water.
Okay. Únicamente use agua embotellada para cualquier tipo de uso personal, lavarse las manos, lavarse los dientes, lavar los platos y preparar alimentos.
You can use the water to take a shower.
Sí puede usar uso del agua para tomarse baños.
The water system will comply with all requirements from the state before the order is lifted.
El sistema de agua cumplirá con todos los requisitos para asegurarse que el agua que empiece a circular sea potable y usted sabrá sobre esta información una vez más que esté listo.
The residents will be notified by phone or in person when all testing is complete and the do not drink order is lifted.
Una vez que se levante la orden de no beber el agua de la llave, usted será informado a través del teléfono o en persona. Una persona llegará y le informará de esta información, que la orden de agua potable para no tomarse está levantada.
That's all I have for right now. And just remember, environmental health is in the community all the time, and we will not stop helping. We will be here for the long haul. Thank you.
Eso es todo por parte del Departamento de Salud y también queremos hacerles saber que aquí vamos a estar en todo el tiempo, en todo momento, para contestar cualquier pregunta que tengan sobre recursos sobre salubridad.
These people want a copy of what you should give them. That's
actual good stuff
Of my whole speech?
of your whole speech
I'll email it to somebody.
to me.
Oh, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Forgot something.
Un momento.
I'm sorry. All of the phone numbers that I gave are located on information sheets for you to call our planning department and environmental health.
Todos los teléfonos que se dieron se encuentran en las mesas de información. También ahí están los teléfonos para el departamento de planeación.
We have some of the information sheets over there on the table.
También en la mesa de un costado tenemos todos estos papeles con información. Pueden coleccionarlos al momento de la salida o en este momento.
After the meeting.
Después de la junta, por favor.
Gracias. Now we have Randy Ishii, the Director of Public Works, Parks and Facilities for the County of Monterey.
Ahora tenemos al director del Departamento de Parques y de Servicios Públicos, Randy Kichi.
Thank you and good evening. With me this evening is my Assistant Director, Tom Boniga.
Estoy aquí junto con el director Mónica.
Our staff are the ones who maintain the county public roads, most of the county buildings, and the Monterey County parks.
Nuestro departamento se encarga de dar mantenimiento a los parques y calles dentro de la comunidad.
We are here tonight to give you an update on what we have completed and what we have planned.
El día de hoy les daremos una actualización de todo lo que estamos logrando y lo que todavía falta por lograr.
As we reported previously, our hardworking road crew and contractors have been cleaning the streets in Pajaro due to the debris that was brought in by the waters.
Como se mencionó anteriormente, ya hemos logrado limpiar todas las calles de la comunidad de Pájaro de cualquier escombro que se haya dejado por parte de la lluvia.
Through the late part of last week, they worked feverishly to clean the streets and then the sidewalks. And there's a little bit of debris that's still left, a little bit of mud on Lewis Road and some of the sidewalks. But by far, the roads are able to be driven upon and walked upon.
Durante la semana anterior se estuvo haciendo esta limpieza de calles y banquetas. Hay unas zonas que todavía quedan con algo de escombros y un poco de lodo, pero por la mayor parte todas las calles y banquetas pueden ser accesibles de manera peatonal o con vehículo.
After cleaning the roads, they saw that the water had left damage in the roads. So they spent the weekend patching the potholes, and there are some that were beyond their ability, so we needed to hire a contractor to fix those, which they're doing this week.
Durante ese fin de semana se estuvo limpiando las carreteras y se estuvieron sellando cualquier tipo de pozo. Pero en algunas ocasiones se descubrió que el daño había sido tan severo que se tuvo que contratar a un equipo de personas diferentes para que pudieran venir a hacer esas reparaciones, y eso es lo que se está trabajando actualmente.
Regarding the sewer system, our crew did check the sewer lines and manholes and found that they were clear.
Con respecto al sistema de drenaje y alcantarillado, hicieron una inspección y todo está libre.
We did find, when the flood water receded, that there was a set of damage to our sewage force main or pressurized pipeline under the Highway 1 bridge.
Una vez que las aguas habían salido del área, se encontró que la tubería de presión que se encuentra abajo del puente sobre la carretera 1 estaba dañada.
Our contractor has ordered the parts, and they've been working on repairing the line with a bypass force main. And they're making good progress, and we anticipate that that will be back in service well before the end of this week.
Las partes para reparar esa parte se han contratado y se espera que se termine ese proceso para finales de esta semana.
As we all come back, if you see something on the road, please say something. So please call us at 831-755-4925.
4925.
Yes.
Conforme usted regresa a sus viviendas hacia el área de Pájaro, si ve que algo en la comunidad, en las calles, no está de manera correcta, por favor, levante la voz y comuníquelo. El teléfono al que deben de llamar es el 755-4925.
Thank you, and we are available for any questions.
Gracias y al final se contestarán cualquier tipo de preguntas.
Thank you, Randy. Next, we have from our Health Services Bureau to talk about health services available for evacuees in the shelter, Deborah Hopgood.
A continuación tenemos a Deborah Hopgood. Ella es de parte del Departamento de Servicios de Salud y nos hablará sobre los servicios disponibles en los centros de refugio.
Good evening, and thank you for your time this evening. Good evening, and thank you for your time this evening. I've been working with a number of representatives from departments throughout the health department to make sure that we provide a safe place for those who have been impacted by the storms and flooding. We've all been working together to ensure your health and safety and make sure that you have access to healthcare needs.
Buenas tardes. Por parte del Departamento de Servicios de Salud Sociales, hemos trabajado junto con muchas organizaciones para asegurarnos que todas las personas que se encuentran en los centros de refugio pueden recibir diferentes tipos de atención y de servicios.
Many people from throughout the community came to the shelter with pre-existing medical conditions such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Additionally, there are many vulnerable residents within the shelter, such as the elderly and children or infants.
Muchas de las personas que ingresaron a los centros de refugio llegaron con algún tipo de salud ahorita ya preexistente, como diabetes o alta presión. También tenemos a personas que llegaron con un estado de salud no tan estable y se les está dando servicio.
Our team has worked hard to make sure that there are healthcare providers here to provide anything from basic first aid to more complex patient management and help with management of your chronic diseases. Many of these diseases may have been made worse by living within the shelter and the stress, anxiety, sleeplessness, and other issues that can be caused by the impact of the flooding and the storms.
Nos hemos asegurado de que haya personal médico y de atención para la salud para todas las personas que se encuentran en los centros de refugio. Sabemos bien que algunas de estas personas que llegaron con una condición preexistente, puede ser que esa condición haya aumentado o que si no la tenían ahora tengan una simple situación de salud diferente debido al estrés o la situación simplemente de vivir dentro de un centro de refugio.
The medical team here at the shelter is here to help you manage those problems. They can help with issues such as access, medical devices that may have needed to be left behind in the wake of the storm, as well as access to medications and other emergency medical needs and issues.
Nuestro equipo médico está aquí para ayudarlos. Les podemos dar acceso a medicamentos o acceso a algún tipo de equipo médico que tal vez en el momento de la evacuación lo dejaron en su hogar y estamos listos para ayudarlos.
So the provision of medical care here at the shelter has truly been a team effort. We've been able to bring in people from throughout the community as well as throughout the state and nation to help provide for your healthcare needs.
Dar apoyo a la salud de nuestra comunidad es un proceso importante para nosotros y nos hemos asociado y afiliado con diferentes organizaciones para poder asegurarnos que reciban la salud médica.
Two very important components of that include the mobile medical vehicles that are here from Salud para la Gente and Clínica de Salud.
Uno de esos equipos es el vehículo médico que recibimos por parte de Clínica de Salud y Salud para la Gente.
Many of you may see these providers already out in the community, and this has allowed people to continue those existing relationships and continue the treatment from their providers that they're comfortable and familiar with.
Tal vez ustedes ya estén asociados o familiarizados con estos servicios que han estado ya en la comunidad. Y esto ayuda a que ustedes tengan continuidad con sus proveedores de salud y servicios médicos.
The team here to provide medical care for you consists of many physicians. We have family medical doctors. We have obstetrics and gynecologist specialists. We have nurses, EMTs, therapists, and counselors all here to support you.
Dentro de los tipos de servicios que estamos ofreciendo o que usted puede encontrar a través de estas organizaciones son doctores familiares, doctores obstetras, terapistas, enfermeras.
In addition to the community-based providers, there are also representatives here from the American Red Cross, as well as the CalMat team, who is over here to our left. While you're here in the shelter, we would encourage you to make use of these healthcare resources and visit them for any needs that you may have.
También tenemos afiliación con la Cruz Roja y con la organización CalMed, que se encuentran aquí del lado izquierdo mío. Les aseguramos y les aconsejamos de que mientras se encuentran en el área de refugio, asistan a estos centros de salud médica para recibir cualquier tipo de asistencia.
We'd also encourage you to make sure that you're keeping an eye out for each other, that you're wearing your masks, that you're washing your hands and using the hand sanitizer that's available to you.
También les queremos recordar que mientras estén dentro de estas áreas acumuladas de muchas personas, que recuerden usar su cubreboca, lavarse las manos frecuentemente y usar desinfectante de manos.
Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, if you're feeling ill or someone around you is feeling ill or experiencing any symptoms, please do go see a healthcare provider so we can make sure that you get feeling better or your family member gets feeling better and to help us prevent the spread of any infections.
También queremos recordarle que si en cualquier momento usted o un familiar suyo comienza a sentirse enfermo, por favor visite una de estas actividades o sitios de cuidado de la salud para que se puedan cuidar ustedes y prevenir una contaminación.
And thank you. It's been an honor to speak to you today.
Gracias, ha sido un honor platicar con ustedes.
Thank you, Deborah. Next, we have Lupita Espinoza from the County of Monterey Department of Social Services. Yeah, she can speak Spanish.
Okay. A continuación tenemos a Lupita Espinoza por parte del Departamento de Servicios Sociales.
Hi, good evening. My name is Lupita Espinoza, and I'm from the County of Monterey with the Department of Social Services. Apologies. My name, like I said, is Lupita Espinoza, and I come from the Social Services Department from Monterey County. We would like to let you know to everybody that we are here in this building this week until Friday for those who would like to apply for services or public services. For example, health assistance, food assistance through CalFresh, and a monetary assistance. If you are interested to apply for these programs, we are here. If you cannot attend personally, you can also call us at the county number, which is 1-877-410-8823. You can call this number and you will be helped. If you already have a case open with us, and you would like to report any changes, you can call us and we can make the change. Or if you have a loss of food that has already been established, like for example in CalFresh, you can also call us at this number, okay? So this is our recommendation. That if you cannot come here personally, you can call us at this number, or you can also apply online at the benefitscal.com or calfresh.org. If you have any other questions, please give us a call at the number that I provided earlier. Thank you.
A continuación tenemos a representantes de Watsonville Law Center y de California Rural Legal Assistance. Next, we have representatives from Watsonville Law Center and California Rural Legal Assistance.
Good evening. My name is Adriana Melgoza, and I represent the Watsonville Law Center. The Watsonville Law Center provides assistance for low-income families in Monterey, Santa Cruz, and San Benito. We would like to let you know that there are options, legal options, if you are renting your property and you cannot return to your property. There are options or legal steps that you can take, and you have rights. It is very important to remember that there are legal services available. If you are health patients or from Salud para la Gente, you can receive legal services as they have a legal services department. So please ask them to provide you a referral for the center or for their legal services department. We would like to inform that during this event, we understand that you're going through a difficult time. Landlords and tenants are also going through this, and there are options for everybody. We also have our partners from California Rural Legal Assistance that can also provide assistance to have options or legal services. These are individual services, and every case is different and depends on your personal situation. If you were already informed by your landlord that you are going to be evicted, it is important that you get a consultation as quick as possible, because you have rights and you can exercise those rights. You can do this through California Rural Legal Assistance, or you can come to the Watsonville Law Center. There's to obtain legal services. It is very important that we want our families to be aware that without matter of immigration status, you have rights. I am very loud, so I don't need a microphone. I don't think I need one right now. As I mentioned, without looking at your immigration status, you have right in California. In California, everybody who rents has rights, and don't be afraid to exercise those rights. We want you to get connected with legal services, and you can look at your individual situation. We are working hard with the Monterey County to bring these services and continue to bring these services to our families. One of the most important things is that if your home or your rental is not habitable, and I would like you to learn this word, habitable, you have rights not to pay rent until that property is habitable. But please have a consultation. We will be here available. We have people here with us that will be available to answer any questions you may have and to direct you to the right service. It's super important that you understand that the information is also in writing, and we will be providing flyers and brochures where it will explain the different cases. But if you have property and you need to fix the property, or also property that is not going to be able to be used again, we're also working with agencies that are working hard to get funds to provide assistance, financial assistance with your residents. Again, the message is super important. Without looking at your immigration status, you have rights, and we all have rights in California when it comes to living spaces. If you have been informed by your landlord that you will be evicted, or you've received a notification or a document, it is important that you act immediately and request a consultation to look at your rights. And thank you.
Gracias. Y ahora tenemos a California Rural Legal Assistance.
Good evening. My name is Phyllis Katz. I am an attorney and director of the California Rural Legal Assistance Office. We have offices in Watsonville, on Carr Street, and also in Monterey. We also support San Benito County. We provide services on housing issues, public benefits, labor issues, and education cases from K to 12. We offer services for public benefits, like if you apply for Medi-Cal or any program and you are denied and you feel that you are eligible, our office is available to investigate and to help you make an appeal. Also, if you have any difficulties with unemployment or if you're eligible, we are also waiting to get an extension for those benefits for another 60 days, given that there's a declaration of emergency. Also, we offer services, as the previous speaker indicated from the Watsonville Law Center. If you receive a notice from a landlord, it's important that you investigate or you start working on that matter. Our services are free. We do not charge for those services. We want to help, and we hope that all landlords act adequately and appropriately, and that they offer living quarters when it's available and habitable. But if you have questions about those issues, we are available. Please reach out to our offices. Thank you.
A continuación tenemos a Beth Brookhauser, representante de SPCA Servicios para el Rescate de Animales. Next we have Beth Brookhauser with SPCA Services and Rescue Efforts.
Good evening. SPCA Monterey County is now caring for 221 pets evacuated from Pajaro. We also rescued dozens more from flooded areas and reunited them with their families, and we are providing pet food and supplies to all local emergency shelters and to anyone who needs help.
Buenas tardes. El departamento de SPCA ha ayudado a más de 221 mascotas evacuadas. Más de una docena han sido reunidos con sus dueños y ellos están proveyendo alimento gratuito y cuidado gratuito para estos animales.
Our disaster response team continues to help pets and people in Pajaro every day. Please contact us if you need any help. We are here for you. We are a nonprofit organization and all of our services are completely free.
Nuestro equipo de desastre continúa en el área y sigue trabajando duramente y están ayudando y sirviendo. Este servicio es gratuito. Ellos son una organización no lucrativa.
If you need help evacuating a pet, getting pet food for your pet, caring for pets that are in Pajaro, we will help for free. We also have flyers available with more information.
Si usted necesita ayuda con el cuidado de alguna mascota o necesita que alguna mascota sea evacuada, por favor contacten a la agencia de SPCA. El servicio es gratuito y tiene con ellos unos flyers con mayor información.
Thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets.
Gracias por confiar con nosotros por la ayuda y cuidado de sus mascotas.
Please know that they are safe and we are giving them all the love and care they need until they can return home to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth, and thank you, SPCA. Next, we have the Superintendent of Schools for the Pajaro Valley Unified School District, Dr. Michelle Rodriguez, and she will deliver her message in Spanish.
A continuación tenemos a la superintendente del Distrito Escolar del Valle de Pájaro, Michelle Rodríguez.
How are you doing? I would like to tell you that we are with you. The district understands that the children and the community are going through difficult times. And we are here to provide support and help. We also know that the schools are not only a place to learn, it is also a place where residents can get connection and services that are very important for the children. We would like to thank all of the parents that are sending their kids to school. At this time, we have 90% of attendance to TMS, 75% that are attending Lonnie, and 80% of attendance that are going to Hall District. I say thank you because we understand that there is where the children can get all of the services they need. If they cannot attend, please call the office of our schools so that we can work with you and give you a plan, an independent study plan. At this time, we have a lot of community partners that are helping us. We also work at the shelter helping you. For example, we have a team that is working here to wake up the kids in the morning and help them get ready to get on the bus to go to school. We are also providing enrichment classes. We're also providing other types of classes to provide the services. Lastly, I would like to indicate that we are also working to support the community. And like you heard before, we will be having, in Pájaro Middle School, we will be having services, showers there for the community to return as soon as possible to your homes. We are always at your service, and please, if you have a child that cannot make it to school, we ask you to please call the school and let us know. We are here to make sure that that child receives the instruction and the services without attending school. Thank you.
Thank you very much for being with us tonight. So one of our important partners in disaster recovery and disaster relief is the American Red Cross.
Uno de nuestros colaboradores importantes es la Cruz Roja.
And I'd like to invite Patsy up from the American Red Cross. And she'll speak to you in Spanish.
Con ustedes les presento a Patsy Gasca.
Good evening, and it's a pleasure being here tonight with you. Pájaro has always been my heart. We have worked hard with this community, making sure that you are safe. We have been here from the beginning through these emergencies, that there's many agencies working with the affected community. So we have a lot of volunteers, because 99% of the people here are volunteers, not just local, but from all over the United States that are here to support us. We have a person that came here from Puerto Rico to provide assistance. We will be here from the beginning, and we will be back when you return to Pájaro. We are a nonprofit agency. We do not receive government funds. This is why, and why do you ask? Because we do not want the government to tell us who we can help and who we cannot. We will continue being here in Pájaro when you return, and we will be there to provide you cleaning kits, provide you food for the weeks that you will be out here cleaning. We will be here providing resources and services. Any questions you can have, I will answer them at the end of this conference. Thank you.
And before I introduce you to your District 2 supervisor, I do want to acknowledge the hard work of our District 1 supervisor and his staff, Luis Alejo, our chair of the Board of Supervisors. So thank you, Chair Alejo.
Antes de presentarles al supervisor de distrito número 2, que es su representante, quiero hacer nota que también aquí se encuentra el presidente de la mesa directiva de los supervisores, el supervisor Luis Alejo, representando al distrito número 1.
Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the District 2 supervisor for Pajaro, which is included in his district, Mr. Glenn Church.
Y ahora con mucho gusto es un placer presentarles a su representante del distrito número 2, el supervisor Glenn Church.
That is always a problem. My name is Glenn Church, and I represent Monterey County Supervisor and representing Pajaro and all of North Monterey County.
Háganme bien, benditos. Voy a estar de puntitas. Soy yo el representante Glenn Church y es un gusto para mí representar a la comunidad de Pájaro.
It's compromise. Before I begin, I want to pass on one message from environmental health, and that is if you live on a private well, then you should contact environmental health to make sure that it is safe. I do not live,
Antes de iniciar, quiero hacer mención que para mí es muy importante el cuidado de su salud. Si ustedes viven en una área donde comparten un pozo de agua, comuníquese con el Departamento de Salud para asegurarse que esté el agua potable.
I lived outside Pajaro in the Elkhorn area, and I also want to introduce one of my staff, Vanessa Azevedo, who lives at Las Lomas, also a close community.
Yo vivo en el área de Elkhorn, pero también quiero presentarles con ustedes a una persona que es parte de mi equipo, Vanessa Acevedo, ya vive en el área de Las Lomas.
I want to thank everybody who came up here and spoke. These are hardworking people who are working to help Pajaro in the evenings and on the weekends. And they're very dedicated, very committed. And they are spending a great deal of time to try to help make a safe community.
Primero que nada, quiero agradecer a todas las personas que han presentado el día de hoy. También quiero agradecer a todo el equipo del condado y todos los trabajadores que han estado a cargo de diferentes funciones, ayudando durante días de la semana, tardes, días y noches, para poder ayudar a la comunidad de Pájaro.
When you are able to go back into Pajaro, you will see many of these people and their staff out there to help you, and they will help guide you and solve many of the problems and answer many of the questions and provide many of the resources that you will need.
Cuando usted regrese a su comunidad, va a ver a muchas de estas personas, del personal que han estado trabajando. Y ellos van a estar ayudándolos en su regreso, en su reingreso a la comunidad y pueden contestar cualquiera de las preguntas que ustedes tengan.
Sometimes things get forgotten and confused in and everyone moving back and all the responsibilities that everyone has. And that is where my office is here to help, is if you need resources that you're unable to find, there are problems that come up that are unexpected, we will be available to help guide that and to help through what is inevitable. There's always some bureaucratic problems that need to be sorted through.
En muchas ocasiones, después de recibir tanta información, puede suceder que queden confundidos a qué agencia tenían que haber llamado para resolver un problema o recibir un servicio. Nuestra oficina está disponible para ayudarlos y guiarlos. Si tienen problemas, dudas o no saben a dónde acudir, comuníquense con nosotros y nosotros podemos ayudarles en cualquiera de los procesos en los que se encuentran.
And finally, eventually, you will be resettled back, and the many resources of Monterey County to help you through this will move on to other things. But many of the problems in Pajaro will still remain. As we all know, it has been very neglected over the years. I know and Vanessa, and I know my staff are all committed to being there for the long term. When when there are problems in the future, 3 months, 6 months, a year from now, we'll be there. We do not want to just bring Pajaro back to where it was, but to try to make it a little better. We can't promise miracles, but we will not forget.
Cuando ustedes regresen a su comunidad y estén ya todos en sus viviendas nuevamente, el Departamento de Emergencia y los diferentes departamentos y agencias que han estado aquí ayudándolos a su regreso continuarán en otras áreas del condado ayudando a otras comunidades. Pero nosotros, representantes del distrito número 2, aquí seguiremos ayudándole a la comunidad de Pájaro, porque sabemos que existen problemas actuales y que tal vez existan problemas en el futuro. Y lo que nosotros queremos es encontrar soluciones y ayudar a que Pájaro sea una mejor comunidad.
So, thank you, Supervisor Church. We'll get
How
to.
are you going to prevent this from happening in the future? We want to know detail. Because it's been too long that you neglected Baja.
We do have the money, and that's been a long time to go on. There's no information
About what happened.
They want information with a team.
With what?
Okay, so
that's what we're doing, basically.
yeah, so they're saying that they didn't receive information about the flooding, that they wish they had a better team informing them about
Yeah.
what happened.
I know. I have been here 2 months on this, and I hear you. You're right. There needs to be better information.
Yo he estado en este proceso durante 2 meses y ustedes tienen la razón. Necesita haber más información.
Un momento.
No que nos traigan de un lado a otro pidiendo las ayudas.
I do want to make an.
Necesitamos en Pájaro ayuda económica.
They need
Según
help,
ustedes
financial
piensan en
help.
los niños, hay muchos niños que
According to
necesitan
us,
comida.
there's kids that they need to, and they didn't have
Hoy día, señor.
Hold on a second. Let me answer the questions or the comments that you made first. In this process, we have been requesting assistance from the state and also federal in different ways. We have requested help financially, financial assistance to put it in your hands and the community. And we're also asking the community to provide assistance. Hold on a second. This is part of what we're doing. And the reason why I'm providing this information is we are trying to get this assistance from FEMA, and we have not confirmed that assistance yet through the state. We have sent them the information and they have to send it to the president. That is what we're waiting for. The parts that have been approved is our categories A and B. In what city is this? Okay, but it's in the city of Watsonville? Okay, so that's part of what we've been working on, in trying to collaborate with the city of Watsonville and the Santa Cruz County. We are available for Monterey County, but we're collaborating with Santa Cruz and Watsonville. Watsonville is a city of Santa Cruz County, and we understand there have been instances in which they have been delivering food at the bridge, and that has been organized through community-based organizations. Now, what we're doing now is we started to put toilets and porta potties and hatch washing stations and also showers at the community of Pájaro in anticipation for the re-entry of the residents coming back into the community. Understanding that there's a lot of people in the community that don't have documents, this is the type of assistance that we're requesting. We need assistance for undocumented and for those who are documented. That is the request that we are submitting to the state and to the federal government. If you yell, I cannot hear you. That is something that was communicated to us, and this was done through the city of Watsonville. So through the supervisor, we have been trying to speak to the city of Watsonville, but we know that there have been distributions of food through the food bank. But this is something that we need to discuss with the city of Watsonville. But hopefully soon enough, you will have the opportunity to go back and there will be food available and services available once that people are coming back. But we also have heard that, yes, that is what we hear. And we're working on that. Yes. Yes, I understand. And like I said, it's through the city of Watsonville, and that's, yeah. We will be having services available, similar to what happened in January, but there will be near the Pájaro community in ways that there will be opportunities to receive services, and there will be a place where you will have all these services available.
I believe that the problem is Royal Oaks does not have a zip code. It's a zip code for Watsonville. Watsonville, Santa Cruz. We need to have a Monterey County zip code. Okay. So when we're talking to healthcare, we're talking to police, we're talking to anybody, we're talking to somebody in Monterey County. I live on Trafton Road. My house is 9 feet underwater, and I can't call anybody because I go to Watsonville. I end up over there. I don't live there. I live here.
What she's saying is that the problem is that the community of Pájaro does not have its own zip code, and that possibly that is part of the reason why they haven't been receiving the help. So if she needs help, she always goes to Watsonville. The only thing I want to say is we go to ask for help, and they tell us that we're not field workers. There's a lot of people that go in person. I live in Pájaro. I work at the bakery and in a store. I don't have a home. I don't have work. I go to ask for help and they don't want to give me assistance because I'm not a field worker. One of the things that we asked when the governor came is that the help that he indicated that was available through United Way was help that was already available to the community. And that is true. If you don't work in the fields for that assistance, you won't be able to get that assistance. We are working to get more funds, but not necessarily just for farm workers, but also for people that work in other areas and other sectors. I know that Monterey County received funds to fix the levee, but that project will be fixed in 6, 7 years. What happens next year if there's new, if it happens again? Will Pajaro flood again? What's going to happen? How long is it going to take for the levee to be fixed? We're not going to wait 7 years for you to fix the levee. Yes. Also, the governor indicated that the work will last 5 to 7 years, but we are currently issuing repairs to make the levee stronger. At this time, what is being repaired is the area where the levee breached, and we will be providing more information as to what is happening in the future in terms of repairs to the levee.
I have a question here. We appreciate all the efforts of Monterey County helping people who are homeless right now. But number one question I have, why since January, when we had the levee on the brink of breach, and the Monterey County officials, they knew that anytime soon it's going to happen. Why they didn't prevent this happening? Why they didn't fix to the extent possible the levee of breaching? This is number one question. Number two question is, now is the declaration of disaster being received by the federal government and California government or not yet? Are we waiting for the funding? And number three, which is very important, we've heard here a lot of help being provided and will be provided to people who live in the area and who lost their homes. But we didn't hear anything about how the county will help small businesses in this area who were severely affected, and how are there any funds to be provided for the cleanup, for the repair, for the losses of the businesses? Thank you.
Hello, Kelsey Scanlon, Monterey County Department of Emergency Management. As per the levee, yes, you are correct. We got very close to the levee overtopping in January. I would say it was a little bit less than a foot to the top. Prior to the January storm, muscle wall was installed on the levee, where it essentially breached this past storm.
Con respecto al dique y la situación en la que se encontraba durante el mes de enero, tiene razón, el dique estuvo muy cerca de abrirse y romperse en enero, estaba abajo de cerca de un pie, y en ese momento se hicieron unas reparaciones adecuadas para ayudar a darle soporte.
There was erosion after that first storm, at which point between the January and the March storm, several emergency repairs were conducted to restore the levee to its previous condition prior to January.
Durante ese tiempo, la erosión que causó esas tormentas de enero, se hicieron reparaciones para llevar a cabo el dique de la manera en la que se encontraba.
The same muscle wall that was installed in January was still in place for the March storm.
El mismo muro que se colocó también estaba presente en las temporadas de marzo.
We have requested federal assistance from FEMA for this community. We have submitted our letters and initial damage estimates to CalOES, at which point that is still sitting with the state, and we are waiting to hear about federal assistance.
Hemos presentado nuestras cartas y solicitud de apoyo federal para una declaración de emergencia. Estas cartas se han presentado a nivel estatal y federal y estamos esperando por una respuesta.
Once a federal declaration is declared, more support for individuals as well as small businesses may become available, such as the Small Business Administration, the USDA Emergency Protection Program for farms.
Una vez que una declaración de emergencia haya sido aprobada, podemos recibir más fondos y poder ayudar mejor a la comunidad. Podremos recibir fondos para ayudar a pequeñas empresas que se dan a través del servicio de la agencia SBA y también poder dar servicios a comunidades de agricultores.
As I indicated, we will be having local assistance centers. Those will be available for residents from Pajaro in areas where you can come. And a lot of the services you are asking for is exactly what is going to be available there, especially services that have been providing financial assistance. We will try to make those available. For those centers to be available when they are open, that this is where you'll be able to access this assistance. Of course, we understand it may not be enough, but yes, we are trying to provide this assistance to you as you have been impacted by the storms. And so the intent is through these community centers is where we will try to provide this assistance to you.